if you are a NASCAR fan or a Busch Motorsports fan, you know that they are now sponsored by Monster Energy. They've joined the Claw, and they're going to take the Claw to the Owners' Cup this year in NASCAR. That is their plan. The brothers working together in the Monster Energy cars. You'll probably be able to see those maybe a little bit later. I'm not sure what they have planned for that, but we have free riders for you. They're getting ready to practice right here, right now. Free riders, some of the best riders in the world. 2 monster athletes, 1 athlete that we're trying to turn into a monster athlete out there. So right now, we're just going to let these guys get the bikes warmed up. It's a little cold out here. We'll explain to you a little bit about what you're going to see. Basically, we got our freestylemmx.com set up out here, sponsored by Monster Energy. Our big landing ramp right here. It's about 14 feet tall, about 14 feet wide. And right about there is where the riders want to land. That's called the sweet spot right there. From that takeoff, that is 75 feet, ladies and gentlemen, 40 feet in the sky. And even though these guys have helmets on, they can still hear you when they're flying up there. And the thing is, they're not out here, they're not racing for a trophy. They're not getting paid a big purse at the end of the day. They're doing this for you. They get stoked when they hear a lot of noise from the crowd out there. And it makes them get the big tricks down. So what they're doing right now is they're just checking the distance. These riders don't have speedometers on these motorcycles. It's a standard dirt bike. So they're catching that speed. We don't have a radar trap down there. They're judging their speed that they need for this distance by feel. Typically they hit that ramp at about 2nd gear, about 30 miles an hour. We checked it with a GPS. We also did their heart rate one time with a heart rate monitor, and mine was actually higher on the ground announcing than theirs was jumping, which I thought was pretty incredible. Well, as Corey was talking about, this is just practice. These guys are still warming it up there, making sure everything's okay. We'll give these guys a few more jumps here to warm up. Now these guys are practicing, ladies and gentlemen. You can practice making some noise for them out there. Getting warm, well, engine's warmed up, the suspension's put in the forks, shock turns into syrup in cold weather. And that affects how these shocks also work. It makes the takeoff and the landing a little difficult. Now these riders can also control this machine when they're in the air. They're not just throwing their face to the gods when they hook that bike in the air. You notice the throttle is located on the right handlebar. Their rear brake is located on their right foot. They use the throttle and the rear brake to manipulate the way the bike is going to fly through the air. If the front end is riding low as they're jumping, they're going to hit the throttle. The gyroscopic effect is going to bring that front end back up. If the front end's too high, they're going to jam that rear brake. It's going to bring it down. Well, Corey, I've been talking to riders. The riders are feeling a lot more comfortable than yesterday on the ramp. The wind's down a lot. Look at them whooping it already. They're feeling good today there, Corey. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, they all drank a lot of Monster Energy last night. That really helps out. Plus a little Monster Energy in the morning. Got one of those, Monster Java for myself. Keeping us pumped up. Still just practicing, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Corey, I think that's about it right there. We're going to do one more practice run, I think it is, and we'll introduce these guys one by one. One more, Mark? They want one more? Looks like they're getting one more practice jump, ladies and gentlemen. Here they go. Or they're not. Giving them the option if they want it. They're saying, are they ready, Mark? Yeah, they're ready to go there, Corey.